Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to Kosi's Arsenal podcast. My name is Kosi. We're back. Match day live. Come on, you Gunners. Villarreal up against Arsenal. Match day live. Gonna be discussing much more about the team news, confirmed team news, the breaking news, who is in, who is out, what are the probable lineups, and of course we shall also be talking about the confirmed lineups as well. I'm gonna be streaming for 2 good hours. How about that? So I want your predictions in. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel as well. 300 is the like target. 300 is the like target today. And of course the big question there is what is your prediction in this game? We're gonna try to break it down slowly by slowly. Look at the confirmed news, look at the confirmed squads, look at the confirmed predicted lineups, and see until when the actual lineups come out. I need your predictions. I need you to smash the like button. I need you to support us in this very, very hard moment. I know we shall go, we shall go through it. I'm very positive, by the way, very, very positive about this game. I think Arsenal, it's a game Arsenal can win 2-1, but my prediction is a 1-1. All of you know that. I mean, everybody knows that. My prediction is a 1-1. That's not going to change, and that's it. So in my predicted lineups, if you can see on the screen, I had gone with Ban Leno, Pablo Mari, Rob Holding, Chambers, Kieran Tierney, Thomas Partey, Granit Xhaka, Martin Odegaard, Smith Rowe, Saka, and pierre-emerick Aubameyang. That was that is my latest predicted lineup. I think Leno is okay for this game. I think he has the experience. He's been playing in European football. He's been playing in European competitions. He has the level. He has the quality to perform at that level. That's my opinion. I think everybody needs to. Everybody will agree with me. I think Leno has been performing at that level for quite some time now. The only problem I have with him as a player is he always makes those mistakes that are not necessary. But other than that, I have no issues with Leno. I think he's a decent goalkeeper and some of best goalkeeper. So let's go with Leno. We don't have any issues with him. Callum Chambers in the right back position. I think he is the better right back at Arsenal right now, because if you look at Villarreal, just a moment. So if you look at Villarreal and they're attacking four. They have Samuel Chikwueze, they have Trigueros, they have Paco Alcácer and Gerard Moreno. So that means, I think, that means you're going to have a lot of issues, a lot of problems, when it comes to your wing backs. And I think Chambers, defensive wise, he's okay. I think he's okay defensive wise, and that's why I've gone with him in the right back position. Pablo Mari and Rob Holding. That's a centre back, the centre back partnership everybody's gonna go for. I think that's the centre back partnership everybody thinks works together. David Luiz plays well with Gabriel Magalhaes, but Luiz is not back yet. He's out with an injury. Probably his season is over. I don't expect him to be back very, very soon. So I expect Pablo Mari to be playing with Rob Holding. And my question there is, what is the role of Rob Holding in this game? That is going to determine a lot. What is the role of Rob Holding in this game? Because you have Paco Alcácer, you have Gerard Moreno. So that means your two centre backs are going to be occupied by the two strikers if Unai Emery decides to go for a 4-4-2. We know him now. He's a very, very aggressive guy. He loves going, he loves going for, an open war. He loves this kind of, games where you just open, attack. And I just wish he was, coaching football in Germany, because in Germany it's all about attacking football. But again, the truth there is Rob Holding and Pablo Mari are going to be very, very busy in this game. I need your predictions. Hit the like button. 300 likes is the target, but your predictions mean more to me on this live stream. So make sure you're predicting the game. I'll be going into your predictions very, very soon. So look, Pablo Mari, Rob Holding, yeah, it's not the best of centre backs. It's not the best of centre back partnerships. Arsenal, or even in European football, it's not the best. I think Mari is a little bit slow. but has the confidence and very good in the air. My problem with Rob Holding is he can't head the ball away. You can't imagine this guy concedes a header to Raheem Sterling at the beginning of the game. At the beginning of the game, where you expect maximum concentration, he loses a header to Raheem Sterling. So, and that's my problem with Rob Holding. He's not that quality to perform at this level, at the top level. And the big question there is he going to be able to handle Paco Alcácer and Gerard Moreno? Because if they can't handle Richarlison, Moreno has scored 26 goals this season in all competitions for Villarreal. So that's another big question. It's a very, very big question. They got to be on top of their game in this one. On top of their game. It's Match Day Live. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button, people. Thanks, everybody. Kieran Tierney, there's a big question around here. Kieran Tierney playing as a left back in this game. Of course, we know he's the best defender that Arsenal have this season. From goalkeeper throughout the defense, it's only Kieran Tierney that has been consistent this season. Am I lying? I'm not lying. I think next to him is David Luiz, and then after that, you go for Pablo Mari, because I think, honestly, Mari started this season with an injury, and all of us didn't think he's gonna be an integral part of this team. But whenever he's been given the chance, he's been proving to be that player that is so important. So and that's the reason as to why I want Pablo Mari to be in that defense with Rob Holding, because I think Mari could be the backbone of the team. Kieran Tierney has been injured. According to Mikel yesterday, he said in his press conference that Tierney did go for a surgery. Now, what we don't understand there is our physio too good that they have worked so hard that Kieran Tierney is back? Did we refuse him to go for surgery because of the Villarreal game and how important he is? Are we trying to rush him back? There's so many questions around here. And in my opinion, in my own case, what I'm gonna say is, I think Mikel and Arsenal are trying to rush back Kieran Tierney. Something that is not good. That's the truth. Something that is not good. I don't know what you people think. Do you think Mikel is rushing back Kieran Tierney? Do you think it's the right time for Kieran Tierney to come back? Because imagine, according to the latest update last week, he had to be out for 4 weeks, 4 damn weeks. He's back. He's back within a week. That's kind of miraculous, isn't it? And the problem now is, if he sustains a bigger injury because we have rushed him, we could miss him for a whole season. You remember last season, he was on and off because of injury. So I don't know what Mikel is thinking. I don't know what he's thinking, but we have not yet confirmed whether he's going to start. But Mikel said he's back in contention. And of course, if he starts him and he gets a worse injury, I'm going to be very, very mad with Mikel. But what Kieran Tierney gives us, and this is very important, why I might not blame Mikel Arteta for playing him, is he gives you that ability to press forward and break through, because he is one of the fastest, not one of the fastest players in the Premier League or Arsenal, but I think he's one of those players that are always going to utilize the full length of that line. So I expect a lot from Kieran Tierney down that lane. I expect a lot of runs. If he starts, I expect a lot of runs from him, going to the line and crossing in balls for either Martinelli or Aubameyang or Lacazette or whoever starts in that position. So Tierney could be a very, very important player in this game. Let's go to the midfield. Arsenal's midfield could look like Xhaka, Partey, and Martin Odegaard or Smith Rowe. Now, I've selected those three: Partey, Xhaka, and Odegaard. I think first and foremost, we've seen very good performances from them when they play together. For example, the one against Tottenham Hotspur, that was brilliant. The one against Olympiacos, that was also brilliant as well. So I think they just connect. They have the understanding of football. They have the understanding of each other as players. So I'll just play them. That's the truth. I'll just play them. No matter what, I'll just play them. Odegaard is returning from injury. He missed the Everton game as well. During the Everton press conference, Mikel said Odegaard would be available, but of course he didn't play the game. So I've seen him training. I expect him to be in this team. I expect him to be in the starting lineup. I expect Granit Xhaka to be part of the midfield if he's not going to play left back. I also expect Thomas Partey to be man of the midfield, the dynamite of this midfield. And what I expect from this midfield is not controlling the game. Because what I think is Villarreal and Unai Emery will try to control the game. I think they will do everything in their power to control the game and feel bossy and feel the possession. I think they will feel how the ball feels. They will feel the weight of the ball a little bit more than Arsenal. So I think Arsenal could have something like 45% ball possession, and then Villarreal could have around 55% ball possession. And I don't have any problems with that. My request from the midfield, first and foremost, is when we are not in possession, I want Thomas Partey, Granit Xhaka to fall back, create that that deeper wall so that we are unbreakable. That's the first thing. The other thing is try as much as possible to unleash the wingers, whether it's Smith Rowe or Saka or Aubameyang, whoever plays there, or Pepe. I expect Pepe to start, by the way. I also expect Saka to start. I think they've become integral in Mikel's setup, in Mikel ARTETA's setup. So I think the truth is Partey and Xhaka might start together in the midfield, because I don't want to see Ceballos. He would be totally useless in this game. We should be just to be honest. I think Ceballos is gonna be very would be useless in the game. I don't see the role he's gonna play in this game, because Villarreal, all they want is control the game and create many chances for Gerard Moreno and Paco Alcácer. That's what they're going to do. And I think the advantage we have with Unai Emery is we know how he plays football. We know his blueprint. We know his footprints. We know what he's gonna do. And it's as easy as that. He puts four players in the midfield, 2 players up front, and starts playing attacking football. And there is no reason, there is no doubt Aubameyang and Lacazette could play in the same team, under Unai, because for him, he loves playing with 2 strikers. And now you could see he has Paco Alcácer, he has Gerard Moreno, and everything is okay for Villarreal. But I expect Partey and Xhaka to track the runs. Sorry for that. So I expect Xhaka and Partey to track the runs of Gerard Moreno and Paco Alcácer, because you need to track these players right from the midfield if you're going to stop them. Of course, they have more dangerous players. Let me just show you a little bit here of kind of highlight. They are more dangerous players. You have to look at Chukwueze, you have to look at Parejo, you have to look at Etienne Cope, you have to look at Triguero as well as Paco Alcácer and Gerard Moreno. I think collectively as a whole, Villarreal is dangerous. But if you split them, you let Chukwueze play alone, you let Triguero isolated, you let Paco Alcácer and Moreno as well, Paco Alcácer and Moreno isolated. Don't let them find each other. I think their strength is in them as a unit. They know. They're like Ken, Son, and Bell, or Ken, Son, and Lo Celso, or they're just that collective unit that is good. If it is one player like this, I don't think they have so much of individual brilliance. And the individual brilliance they'll have is in players like Chukwueze, I think, as well as Triguero. So I expect a lot of hard work from that Arsenal team. Nothing less, nothing more. Okay, Martin Odegaard, of course, I want him to come into this game as a game controller. Game controller. That's what I expect from Odegaard. A game controller, a person who's going to be always on the front foot. Whenever we get that ball, I expect him to move it forward at a very, very terrific speed. Very terrific speed. So that's what I want Odegaard to do. Try to control the game when we have it. Try to pass it around. Give it to Aubameyang, get it back. Give it to Partey, get it back. Try to squeeze those passes through the lines. I think that's what Odegaard does, and I'd be very, very happy if he starts. I'd be absolutely happy if he starts this game. I hope everybody will be happy as well. Okay, I'm looking at your comments, but thank you so much for tuning in. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It really, really means a lot. Okay, Smith Rowe. I've gone with Smith Rowe and Saka. at both ends. Now, there's a big question there, and I know many people will ask me, Kosi, why have you gone with Smith Rowe and Saka at both ends? Why haven't you gone with Pepe and Saka? Pepe on the left and then Saka on the right. I think for Saka, his position in this team is ascribed. It's just divine intervention. Like, it is natural that Saka appears for us in this team. I think he carries us. He has the ability to play as a team player. He has the ability to play as an individual player. I think what we need to do is try to make spaces for Saka to run, because that has been his best energy. Let him run, give him space, and he's going to do the rest. So I expect a lot of of a good performance from Bukayo Saka. I think it's going to be a very key player, especially by the fact, let's go back to their lineup. If you look at their defense, they have Moreno, they have Torres, they have Albiol, and Foyth. There is only one player you're going to be concerned with in this team, defensive-wise. It is Paul Torres. The rest, Foyth, Albiol, Moreno, no. The quality is not... I don't think their quality is threatening. They're not, their quality is actually not threatening. So I think, I think where Saka gives us the ability to break down this club is with his pace. Most of these men are not very young. Their average age is not the youngest. They're not 20. They're not 22. They have 35-year-old players. They have 33. They have 30-old players. So the pace will actually work against them. Smith Rowe. The reason as to why I'm putting Smith Rowe in this lineup, it's easy. When you have a player like Smith Rowe, you have a Kevin De Bruyne in your team. I don't mean he's going to do what Kevin De Bruyne did against PSG. Sorry, PSG. I don't like you, you know that. But I think Smith Rowe is more of a Kevin De Bruyne kind of player. Get this ball, stretch the play, try to move it around the pitch, try to cause problems here and there, break through. You're in the box, you're out of the box, you're disturbing here and there. That is Smith Rowe. That is my boy. And that's why I've gone with Smith Rowe ahead of Nicolas Pepe, because Pepe is a little bit more predictable. And in this game, we shall need a lot of... of course, we need to be precise. That's the first thing. We need to be very precise. Pepe is precise for that. He has pace. Smith Rowe has pace as well. But I think what Smith Rowe is better than Nicolas Pepe is when he stretches play, when he gets the ball, when he's running with the ball, you can see what he can do, and at times you can fail to see what he's gonna do. And I think Pepe is a little bit more predictable as a player, so I would decide not to play Nicolas Pepe. Now the big question is who starts up top as a striker? Is it Aubameyang? Is it Lacazette? Is it Martinelli? Who starts as striker? Is it Balogun? Is it Nketiah? According to Mikel, Lacazette and Aubameyang are back. Probably they're up for selection. We'll still wait and see in the next 40 minutes. I'm going to be reading for you the confirmed lineups from the Arsenal website. So please be very, very patient. So first tell me, guys, who should start for Arsenal as striker? That's a big question. Who should start for us as striker in this game? It's a huge one, isn't it? It's a very, very huge game. But who should start for us as striker? I've gone with pierre-emerick Aubameyang. And the reason I've gone with Aubameyang is I still remember Lacazette missing that chance. I know he made it up, he made up, for his mistakes in the second leg against Slavia Prague, but I still see him missing that chance against Villarreal. This is not Slavia Prague, this is Villarreal. And the reason as to why I want Aubameyang to start in this game is because of his clinical nature as a striker. This is a semi-final. If you get two chances and score the two chances, you've buried it. We could bury it in Spain. I don't know whether Mikel has told the players that is our objective. But if he has done that, then that's good. I think the first thing we have to do is bury the game. You need to take your chances. You need to take care of your chances. And I think Aubameyang is good at that. Very, very good at that. From the bench, around the 90th, around the 60th minute, if things have refused to come through, I'll bring on Pepe for Emile Smith Rowe. I'll also bring on Alexander Lacazette for Aubameyang, and I'll bring on Gabi Martinelli for Granit Xhaka. So those would be my 3 substitutions. Let me know who you think would start, who should start, what is your prediction, and who are your 5 players to watch for Arsenal today. I think the 5 players to watch for me in this one, I think Smith Rowe will have a very important game to play. I think Odegaard will have a very important role to play. Xhaka and Partey and Saka. Whoever plays up top, it will depend on how clinical they are. Let us look at Villarreal on the other end. They have this is the team they played against Barcelona, and it looks like their strongest 11 with Asenjo in goal, Pau Torres, Raul Abio, Foyth. Fourth, they also have Moreno. That's a back 4. That's their back 4. I think that the player to take care of, the player to look at there is Pau Torres. All of us know what he can offer as a player. He's exceptionally talented as a fullback, as a centre back. Exceptionally talented. We've got to go past Torres to beat Villarreal. The rest of Moreno, I think we've seen Moreno at Liverpool. We have seen Foyth at Tottenham Hotspur. We have seen no, I don't think the rest of them are at that quality. But where they are going to cause problems, and this is what I told you about Villarreal and Unai Emery. We shall talk about the managers in a minute. But the quality of Villarreal lies far in front than in the back. So you can see. In defense, they literally don't have players there. They literally don't have players to scare you there. I mean, why should I be scared of Moreno, scared of Foyth and Albio? But the quality in the midfield, the quality up top, that is what you've got to be scared of. Okay. I need to look at some of your comments right about now. Majuma says Arsenal 2, Villarreal 1. Thank you so much. The like target is 300 likes, so make sure you're locked in there. Debak says Joseph says, come on, you Gunners. Need your predictions, guys. Dominic says it's gonna be 2-1 Arsenal win. Okay. Ogeya says it's a 1-1. Actually, it must be a draw. That's according to Ogeya Isaiah. Villarreal 0, Arsenal 1. That's according to Donum. I would like to see Cedric as right back. He's physical. Live from Qatar. Thank you so much, bro, Stephen. Donham says Arsenal have to try Pablo Mari and Gabriel together. Leno, Tierney, Pablo Mari, Gabriel, Chambers, Partey, Elneny, Odegaard, Martinelli, Saka, and pierre-emerick Aubameyang. Okay, thank you so much. We have to pray hard. This is Peterson D Rock. Thank you so much, bro. Will you be doing a watch along, Kosi? No, I won't be doing a watch along, but I'm going to stream this until the start of the game. So we are here until the game starts. Peterson says Martinelli should be starting as striker. Partey plus Saka. This is according to Glenn. Thank you so much. Really need your predictions in. Hit the like button as well and get your predictions in because we are going to be live until the game starts. How about that? So let's try to analyze Villarreal on the other side in more of an objective way so that we can try to see who our opponents are and what they mean. I hope you can see the lineups very well on my left-hand side. Is it the left-hand side, the right-hand side? I don't know. Okay. Asenjo in goal, Moreno, Pau Torres, Albio, and Foyth. That's the back 4 that's going to play. Like I said, the player to look to look for there is Pau Torres. That's the player you're going to be looking out for in that game. Trigueros, Capu, Parejo, and Chikwueze. That is the midfield. Now the question is this going to be a midfield battle? I don't think so. I mean, I just don't think so. I don't think it's going to be a midfield battle unless someone thinks otherwise. But I don't see it as a midfield battle. I'm looking at it as a game that's going to be more of an end-to-end game. Arsenal attacking, then Arsenal receiving threats and attacks from Villarreal, and kind of like that. I think Trigueros and Chikwueze, their wingers, will be a little bit more active today. And then Etienne Capu and Parejo, they'll be doing the supplying. We need to watch out for 4 players in this game. The first one is Samuel Chukwueze. The next one is Aguero, Paco Alcácer, and Gerard Moreno. Those are the 4 players that Unai Emery is trusting in this game. They have had a fantastic season, for the club, and I expect a lot of action from there. So that is that is all I can talk about them. That's all I can talk about them. But let's look at some of the statistics in this game, because there are some insights, or the key insights, before we go into the game. Villarreal and Arsenal will play for the 5th time in European competition, with the previous 4 games taking place in UEFA Champions League semi-finals in 2000. In the UEFA Champions League, we played them in the semi-finals in 2006, in 2005, 2006 season, and we also played them in the quarterfinals in 2008 and 2009. Villarreal are yet to beat Arsenal. They have drawn 2, and lost 2. So we still have a very good record against them. They have never beaten us in their life. We have played against them 4 times. We have won 2, and we have drawn 2 games against them. So I think putting that at the back of your mind, I think Arsenal have a very, very, very important role to play in there. The second one, Arsenal are yet to beat Villarreal away from home, drawing on both occasions in the previous visits in 2006 and 2009. Their 1 goal in those games was an Emmanuel Adebayo overhead kick, assisted by Cesc Fabregas, while Robert Pires appeared as a substitute for the hosts. So it gets even more interesting, isn't it? It gets more interesting, more beautiful. They have never beaten us in their life. We have never beaten them in their life away from home. That is scary, isn't it? Very, very scary. Because and at such a point in time, I don't think we are going to beat them at home. I don't think this is the Arsenal squad that is ready to break that record. I don't see how we beat them at home. That's why I predicted the 1-1. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you're subscribing, and make sure you're telling me who you think will win this game. Of course, I need the likes up. So the only goal we have scored against Villarreal, we've scored against them once away from home. It was Adebayo overkick, assisted by Cesc Fabregas. So that means they also have a very good defensive record at home against us. 3, this is the first European semi-final tie that Villarreal will contest since losing 1-3 on aggregate to Liverpool at the same stage of this competition in 2015-2016. In fact, they have been eliminated from all 4 of their major European semi-final ties. That makes sense. I mean, okay, I don't know. This only makes sense to people who believe in pedigree and history. Pedigree and history. By the way, if Manchester United don't win today's semi-final, I think things of statistics and history will have something to mean. But if they qualify, then, but there is something to talk about here. Villarreal have not progressed to any final. They have lost all 4 of their major European semi-finals. This is not going to be their first time to lose it. So we need to make them lose it. I think that's also interesting point. A point to note for Arsenal. Arsenal have reached the semi-finals of European competition for the 10th time, including Fairs Cup, with the Gunners getting to the last 4 in 3 of their 4 UEFA Europa League campaigns. We don't have a trophy. But we have played 3 semi-finals in the last 4 times we have played in the Europa League. If you want to remember, we played Atletico Madrid under Arsene Wenger, and we were eliminated by Atletico. We played a semi-final. We are playing a semi-final against Villarreal, if you still remember. And I don't know if you're going to win. We also played semi-finals when we under Unai Emery and went ahead and went to the final and lost embarrassingly 4-0 to Chelsea. So we have played 3 semi-finals in the last 4 times we have competed in the Europa League. Great, happy days, isn't it? Happy days. The stadium is Estadio de la Ceramica. That's the name. Estadio de la Ceramica. So that is it. Okay. The last point we can talk about is Arsenal have only lost one of their previous 9 European semi-final legs, winning 5, drawing 3. We have lost one of the last 9 European semi-final legs, winning 5, drawing through. Though it was the last time the first leg was an away game against Manchester United in the UEFA Champions League in 2008-2009. Okay. For me, this only shows you how Arsenal has fallen. In 2009, we played in the UEFA Champions League semi-final. Now we can't qualify for the UEFA Champions League. Kroenke, what are you thinking about, bro? What are you thinking about? Really doesn't make sense. But that also shows you how good we've been on the semi-finals. And I think the other good thing, to talk about, in this scenario is Villarreal are not so good in semi-finals. I've not seen they have not progressed through to any final in the last 4 semi-finals. We need to do something. So away from that, we're going to talk about the managers. We are going to talk about the managers and try to see what to expect out of both managers. Kosi, what are your thoughts on starting Laka and Abba as a pairing? They would give a lot of balance, and we could use Laka as a target man and give Auba the key passes he needs. Well, their partnership just doesn't seem to work. Their partnership just doesn't seem to work. I'd be happy. I'd be happy if they play together, but their partnership just doesn't seem to work. I don't know why. I just don't get it. 3-0 Arsenal. 3-0 to Arsenal. Arsenal have been inconsistent, but this is a must win and will drive the players to give it their all. Okay, thank you so much. Glinch, that's his prediction. Remember my words, Kosi. People hate Arteta, but me, I believe we are going in Champions League. We are going to win 3-1. Thanks for the good work, my man, Kosi. Thank you so much, bro. Julius Heron, thank you so much. Is Auba back, Kosi? Yes, according to Mikel Arteta, Auba is back. According to Mikel, Auba is back. But we can't underestimate the European master. That is good. That's good. Good evening. Of course, he might clinch a win and set himself a win for it. We're gonna talk about the managers as well on the next segment. Kosi, I've talked about it as well. Okay. Get the likes up ASAP, big man. Kosi, super close to 20k. Yes, we are super close to 20k, guys. Thanks everybody for the hard work. Thanks everybody for the subscriptions. I can't do it. You guys can't do it. We are only 80 subscribers, 80 subs away from 20k, and we are on the road to 50,000. Okay, so let us look at the managers, guys. Let us try to look at the managers before we go into any further in this game. Gonna look at some of the managers and try to compare who has an upper hand in this game. Because what I've seen with Mikel is ever since he came at Arsenal, he's been this kind of manager that is capable of winning. That's capable of winning knockout football, knockout games. Very, very. I mean, I think it's been I think he's been consistent there. Yeah. Okay. Now, Charles Watts is saying on Twitter, it seems like Pepe is starting as the central striker. Okay. This is really amazing. That's what says it seems Pepe is going to start as central striker, but of course we have some minutes. We have some few minutes to see the starting lineup. We have some few minutes to see the starting lineup. Unless otherwise, let me try to look for the Arsenal website and see if I can get the starting lineup. Hit the like button, share, people. It really means a lot. It really means a lot. And thanks everybody for tuning in and getting locked in. I need your predictions. Mine is a 1-1. Mine's a 1-1. I'm still looking for the Arsenal website to see if they have actually, the Arsenal Twitter handle, if they have actually given us the starting 11. Okay, here we go. Arsenal. We're gonna be talking about the managers just in a minute. Just in a minute. Gonna be talking about the managers just in a minute. I don't see the starting lineup. I don't see the starting lineup. It's not yet out. Yeah. So we're still waiting for the official confirmation of the starting lineup. But Charles Watts, of course, is a very, very close player, a very close journalist to Arsenal. He says that probably Arsenal could be starting with Nicolas Pepe up top. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We have enough strikers, don't we? I think we have enough strikers to start. I don't see Pepe starting as a striker. I mean, it wouldn't make any sense. He's clinical, though. I think he's a little bit clinical. He's a clinical player, but I don't want him to start. I don't want him to start up top. I just don't want him to start up top. I don't want him to start up top. Okay, so as soon as the lineups come out, we shall be. I'll be telling you. I'll be sharing with you guys. I'll be sharing my screen so that you could see the starting lineups. Okay, let's talk about the managers in a second. In a minute, let's talk about the managers. Unai Emery. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. And trust the process. Mikel Arteta. Who has the better chance to win this game? Both clubs have not won a game in their last two. That shows you how awful we are. But Villarreal have lost a game to Barcelona. They have also lost to Alaves, which gives me a little bit of hope that probably they're not the best team. You know, they're not the best team to be afraid of. But again, think about it in this sense. Arsenal have lost to Everton and Fulham at the Emirates Stadium. So I think it's a little bit more of two clubs that are not good enough trying to boast with each other. You know, I'm the big one. I'm the big one. But I think if we got down to the managers, Unai Emery is so far ahead of Mikel Arteta. That's the truth. He's so far ahead. Leave alone the Europa League. Leave alone his pedigree in the Europa, in the Europa League. I think as a manager, he's so far ahead of Mikel Arteta, and it's gonna be very, very, very tough for Mikel, to get things right. We know hindsight is a remarkable thing, especially in football. That said, does a part of you wish Emery stayed? No. I think he had to go. I think Unai Emery had to go. That's the truth. I think Unai Emery had to go, and I don't believe. I don't believe in this scenario of regretting a manager could have, a manager should have stayed. No, I don't believe. I think he had to go. He had to go. That's it. He had to go. The same way Arsene Wenger, because we were dropping down. Arsene Wenger had to go. Unai Emery had to go, and Mikel Arteta at the moment he should have left by now. He should have left by now. That's the truth. So I don't see anything. I don't see anything. I don't see anything to regret about Unai Emery. Maybe I'm gonna say he didn't have the backing and blah 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 blah. But no, I think he was just making a lot of trash. I'm trying to look for the official Arsenal Twitter handle. Trying to look for Arsenal's Twitter handle around here. Nice. So, guys, what are your thoughts on this game? I think I still think Arsenal have an upper hand to win it, but we need to be very, very, very careful. Very careful. Very, very careful. Very careful. It's a semi-final. It means a lot. I think we need to treat it as a game that is bringing back everything. We need to treat it as a game that's that is giving us our hope back. A game that means everything to us. No, means everything for me. And I don't think we are I don't think we are the favorites to win the game. Yeah, I don't think Arsenal is the favorites to win the game. I think a draw is more likely. I don't want to believe Villarreal are favorites as well. No, I don't think they're favorites as well. I think a draw could be a draw could be fair enough. A draw could be fair enough. Probably 1-1, 2-2, and then at the Emirates Stadium when they come. Of course, Arsenal doesn't have that fear factor at the Emirates Stadium, but I think we could get the job done at the Emirates Stadium. That's what I think. We have not lost a semi-final. Did I say we have not lost the semi-final? We have not. We have only lost one game. In European, semi-final. So that really gives us a lot of confidence. So I want to share my thoughts on these two managers. Like I told you, Emery is ahead of ARTETA. ARTETA is below Unai Emery. You can't put them on the same slot. It's crazy how one replaced the other. If it was Emery replacing Mikel Arteta, that would have made some sense. But Arteta replacing Emery, for me, doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. And that's why I believe KSC, to prove to us that that they love this manager, that they brought this manager with a purpose, with a reason, they have to back him. If they don't back Mikel Arteta, it would be absolutely ridiculous to hire him in the first place. Like I told you, it's so ridiculous. Why do you hire a manager like Mikel Arteta? But let us go back to their tactics and try to look at what we expect of this out of this game. Mikel Arteta, when he had just started at Arsenal, I think was more of a defensive, a defensive manager. Play five at the back, try not to concede, blah 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 blah, and at the end he saw that kind of football was never going to work. That kind of football was never going to be, was never going to come out as successful. Sorry for that. So at the end of the day, what he did is turn his formation into a 4-2-3-1 formation, which I liked, by the way. Really, the reason as why I like the 4-2-3-1 formation is at least it creates some balance going forward, offensive wise and defensive wise. You can see Arsenal concede 1, 2, at most 3 goals, and then we can score some goals. But in the 3-4-3, we were not scoring goals. We were literally a defensive pack. We were a Burnley. We were a Burnley with expensive players and rich history. That is what we are. In this game, I expect Arteta to sit back. I don't expect him to go out, try to attack and create all these, heavy, impressions. No, I don't expect him to do that. I think he will actually try to be very defensive. I think he will try to be very, very defensive. For Unai Emery, I told you what I know about Emery. He's a very attack-minded manager. He is a very attack-minded manager. If there is anything you need to know about Unai Emery, is the fact that he's very attack-minded. Very attack-minded. So, if there is anything you expect in this game, is a Villarreal goal. I expect it. Either they will hit the woodwork up 10 times, either will have Leno at the best form to stop them. But if Leno is not at his best form, he won't keep them out. That's the truth. He won't keep them out. So Unai Emery, the attacking manager, Mikel Arteta, the somewhat conservative manager. Tonight's team is in. Okay, the starting lineup is in, guys. The starting lineup is in. The starting lineup is in finally. Oh, I was just waiting for it. I was waiting for it. Let me try to share the screen. The starting lineup has already come out, guys. Starting lineup is out. Match day vibes. Hit the like button, people. Subscribe to the channel as well. It really means a lot, people. I'm going to share the screen. The starting lineup out. We shall also look for the Villarreal starting lineup. I know you want it. Don't say no. I know you want it. So that is the starting lineup, guys. What's your prediction? Hit the like button and subscribe to the channel as well. Leno has started in goal. Chambers in the right back. Robolding and Pablo Mari have started. Granit Xhaka, Thomas Partey, Dani Ceballos, Bukayo Saka, Martin Odegaard, Smith Rowe, and Nicolas Pepe. It is brilliant, isn't it? It's brilliant. That is the starting lineup. That is the starting lineup, people. That's the starting lineup. What are your thoughts on the starting lineup? That's the big question. Let me try to make this tweet a little bit bigger. Someone like this, that you could say it very well. Is that okay? I think you can see it better there. I think you can see it better there. Around there. Okay. So Leno has started in goal. Chambers is playing right back. Rob Holding and Pablo Mari are playing centre back. Granit Xhaka is playing on the left hand side of the defense. Thomas Partey and Dani Ceballos will be the pivots of this. Will be the pivot. Ceballos and Partey will be the pivot, like I said. Saka, Odegaard, and Smith Rowe will be playing behind Pepe. Now the first question here is, and what is the formation? Who can guess the formation? In the comments, please. In the comments, let me just go to SofaScore. Who is the striker in this game? Because I don't know. I just don't know. I'm also going to try to think, but Charles Wasser said. Charles Wasser said that our striker is Nicolas Pepe. And the question is, what do you think about Nicolas Pepe being striker? In the La Liga, Barcelona has 1, Granada 0. Just an update, don't worry. So, who can guess who the striker is? Because the lineups are out now. Really and truly, guys, the lineups are out. And I'm also going to be sharing with you what... these are still possible lineups on SofaScore. We don't want possible lineups, bro. We want confirmed lineups. So it is confirmed. The starting line is out. According to the Arsenal website and Twitter handle, that is the starting lineup. My question is, who is the striker of the day? Nicolas Pepe is going to be striker. That's according to Charles Watts. He said it. He said it before we saw the lineup come out, that Pepe is going to be striker. So the big question there is, what are your thoughts as of Nicolas Pepe being the striker? What are your thoughts there? Okay, let me try to more of sit back than when the chance comes attacking numbers. Thank you so much, Mhomle. Terry Kirunda, he did it for Lille in France. Thank you, Terry. He's saying he's speaking about Pepe being striker. Yes, Pepe can get the job done up front. This is Adriano Lawrence. Big up, bro. Pepe false 9. This is Terry. Yeah. Great. He's attempting to do the false 9 system like Guardiola. But can the players do it? We've got to wait and see. Arteta, why Pepe up front? Not at least Martinelli. I don't know. I just don't know. 4-2-3-1 is super fluid. It can shift to a 4-3-3 or a 4-2-2. That is according to Glinch. I have a belief Arsenal can win this. Thank you so much. Terry says, bro, Ange, how are you? I was in Kampala last week for Lumbe Jajayafa. I should have contacted you, but I was very so sorry, bro. I missed you. So sorry. Arsenal will win, my brother. Thank you so much, Terry, bro. The first show 3-1. That's his prediction. Do you think we have a chance actually to win the Europa League? I think we do have. We stand a chance. I think we stand a chance. Oh, I'm late. You're not late. Don't worry. You're not late. Hit the like button, people. Hit the subscribe button. Get your comments in. The lineups are out. And according to the Arsenal website, officially, that is our starting lineup. On the bench is Matt Ryan. We have Okonkwo on the bench. We have Bellerin, Gabriel, David Louis. David Louis has made it to the bench. Cedric is on the bench. Elneny is on the bench. Nelson, Nketiah, Willian, Aubameyang, and Gabi Martinelli. So Kieran Tierney is not rushed, and I think it's a very good decision from Arsenal not rush Kieran Tierney back. Very, 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 very good decision. I don't care who thinks otherwise, but I think it's a very, very brilliant. It's a very brilliant decision not to rush Gabi Martinelli back. Yeah. So that is the starting line 11, guys. That's the starting 11. We still need to react to it. I'm going to be giving my reactions to it. I don't know why SofaScore are not giving us the lineups that have come out, but I believe they will give us the lineups. Google have not put them out as yet, but we have them. So guys, with this lineup, how confident are you to win the game? The first thing I've seen is he's playing Nicolas Pepe as a false nine. Now I really don't get it why he has gone for that, and of course it is completely tactical, and the good thing about it is the surprise element. Yeah, it's the surprise element. It's the surprise element. He has decided to go for a surprise. He has decided to surprise the team, to surprise Villarreal. He has decided to surprise Unai Emery. Nobody expected Pepe to come as a false nine, so I'll give him some credit there. I think that was that's really brilliant. I want to share the Google screen. Let me hope I don't mess up the stream. So, what are your reactions, guys? What are your reactions? This is Jack from Indonesia. Thank you so much, bro. Where are you watching from, people? Tell me. Hit the like button, people. Hit the like button. George says, let's try that false nine. Okay. No problem, bro. It's already in. Martinelli, I would rather up front, but Pepe has been a good run so far. Thank you so much. Pren says hi. Hi, Pren. How are you doing? What's your prediction? Peterson, it says it's going to be a 2-1. Mahomle says, I don't like the lineup. I don't like the lineup. Where are you watching from, people who are locked in? Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. People, it really means a lot. ARTETA, the tinker man. Of course, he always changes his lineups. You know that. He's always going to change it, and he never has that. He never gets that, starting lineup consistent. He's always going to change it. At times I have a problem with it. At times I don't have a problem with it. Today, I think the lineup is okay. I don't think there is an Arsenal fan who will say, "Oh, Kosi, we lost it because of the lineup." No, it would be hypocritical, wouldn't it? It would be hypocritical. But if you look at that lineup, let us analyze player per player. Okay, player per player. We have around 1 hour and 6 minutes to the start of the game, and I'll log off at the start of the game and try to go and watch it, and then I will be back for the match reaction. So make sure you're back for the match reaction as well. So let us look at this. We are going to play a false nine today. Okay, it's understandable. And okay, no. Let us use SofaScore. Sorry for that. Let us use SofaScore. It will give us a better image. It will give us a better understanding of the lineups and the contribution of each player. So let us try to use SofaScore. Here we go. Share. Nice one. Isn't it? Thanks everybody for tuning in, guys. You mean the world to me, people. You really mean the world to me. You really, really mean the world to me. So this is the SofaScore lineup. We are playing a 3. What is this? We are playing a 3-5-2. So we are playing a 3-5-2 formation. Nicolas Pepe is our false nine. Martin Odegaard will be behind Nicolas Pepe. Smith Rowe, Saka, Xhaka, Thomas Partey, and Dani Ceballos will be in the midfield area. So that is that's the lineup. That is the probable formation that has come out according to the Arsenal website. And here we are on SofaScore. According to, is this confirmed? Yeah, it's confirmed. This is the confirmed lineup of Villarreal. They have not gone with Asenjo in goal. Actually, they have not gone with Asenjo in goal. They have gone with Geronimo Rulli in goal. So it's a surprise. They have also not played a 4-4-2. They have played a 4-3-3. You get that? They're playing a 4-3-3. They're not playing a 4-4-2. So Paco Alcácer and Gerard Moreno are not going to be the two strikers up top unless the formation changes. He's actually decided to go for three up top, three in the midfield, and four at the back. So where do we start? Let us start off with the Arsenal team. Let's start off with the Arsenal team, people. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel as well. You mean the world to me, people, for locking in. You really do mean the world to me, people. So Leno is in goal. His average rating is 6.50. I really don't have issues with Leno. He had an own goal. You can look at his past performances. He had an own goal in the Everton game against Fulham. He was on the bench. Slavia Praha, he had a 6.8 rating. He kept a clean sheet against Sheffield United. He had a 7.3 rating. Against Slavia Prague in the first leg, he had a 6.8. So those are his last five. Those are the last five players. Last 5 games we have played, and those are the details of Leno. I think he's a decent goalkeeper. You know, Rob Holding is our captain today. Come on, Arsenal. Come on. When is this gonna end? Xhaka is on the pitch. Thomas Partey is on the pitch. Martin Odegaard. Okay, Odegaard is on loan. Odegaard is on loan. Give it to Pablo Mari. Give it to Ban Leno. Rob Holding, sincerely, of all players, Rob Holding is captain today. I'm disappointed. I'm disgusted, guys. I'm disgusted. But anyway, let's look at some of his performances. He has had an average of 7 and above in the last 5 games he's played, and he has played for us in the last 5 games. He had a 7.2 rating against Everton, a 6. I don't think he needs. He got a 7.2, but this anyway according to SilverScore. Against Fulham, he had a 6.8. Against Slavia Praha, he had a 7.1. Against Sheffield United, he had a 7.2. And against Slavia Praha in the first leg, he had a 7.1 rating. Callum Chambers, who has played 4 of our last 5 against Liverpool, he was very poor. He had a 5.7. Against Sheffield United, he had a 7.1. In the second leg of against Slavia Praha, he had a 7.4. And against Everton, he had a 6.8 average rating. Pablo Mari had a 6.9 against Everton. He had a 7.4 against Slavia Praha and a 7.0 against Sheffield United in the last game. So I think we are playing a back 3 and they're attacking using a back 3. I don't know whether this puts us in a better position or rather in a weird position. I'm not really sure about that. But the case I would make is I think Samuel Chukwueze is gonna be facing Chambers, Paco Alcácer is gonna be facing Rob Holding, and Gerard Moreno is gonna be facing Pablo Mari. In my opinion, I think Alcácer is a little bit more quality than Rob Holding. I think Samuel Chukwueze is far quality ahead of Chambers. That is also scary as well. But anyway, let's try to go through all the Arsenal lineup. Emile Smith Rowe has started in this game. Ceballos has started. Thomas Partey, Granit Xhaka, and Bukayo Saka have also started. What I think about the role of Xhaka is we might play 4 players in the midfield, and then Granit Xhaka will be trying to fall back to try and help out Pablo Mari on the defensive on the left hand side of the game. So that's what I expect. I don't expect more. I don't expect him to be going forward so much. Good vibes. Holding captain. I don't believe it. We're having Rob Holding as captain today. Really, Arsenal. Really, come on, Arsenal. Come on, Arsenal. Rob Holding can't be captain today. At least not today. Lineup is good. Watching from Kenya. Big up, bro. Big up, Rose. No. I think Rose is not there. Big up, Rose. Dominic. All players are fit. Yes. All players are fit. Pepe. He's taking too long to decide in time. That's according to Stephen. Says I don't know what that means. Does it mean match day vibes? Pepe can deliver tactical approach to counter Unai. Thank you so much. I think it's also very tactical of him, Mikel. Timothy from Kenya, big up, bro. I really appreciate you people from. Glenn says you're finishing. No, Glenn, you can come on, bro. You can come on, bro. And whoever wants to call in, I need your opinions, your predictions. Make sure you're giving me your predictions. It's why I have this show 2 hours before the game. So if whoever wants to call in, get those calls in, because I'm streaming for the next 1 hour and then I'll stop it. So whoever wants to call in, link is in the comment section. I'll be waiting for your calls to get your predictions live on the show. Really, Odegaard is back. Pepe is back as well. I think I'm excited to see Pepe as a striker. I've not seen him before as a striker. I'm excited. Odegaard is a big boost, very very big boost. Ahead of this game, very very big boost. I think it's one of the greatest things we are gonna see in this game. Pepe and Odegaard. Can he finish? That's the big question. Can he finish the chances? Because if he doesn't finish those chances, for me it won't mean anything. It won't mean anything. I mean, why would I be excited for a striker who's not going to finish off the chances? So what do you expect in this game, people? What do you expect? I need your predictions and I need to know what you expect. This is the Villarreal team. Etienne Coupe, Manu Trigueros. They have Dani Parejo in the midfield, Gerard Moreno, Paco Alcácer, and Samuel Chukwueze. Juan Foyth, Raul Abio is their captain. Paul Torres and Alfonso Pedraza is the back four. Looks like they're going to be playing a 4-3-3. Typical of Unai Emery, isn't it? Really, really typical of Unai Emery. So I don't think it's new. 4-3-3 is a very attack-minded system, and I expect a lot of threats from both teams. A lot of threats. But I still think Arsenal will get a point, at least 1-1. Yeah, at least 1-1. My team will get a point. Players to watch out for in this one. Samuel Chukwueze, you can look at his rating: 6.9 against Barcelona, 6.6 against Deportivo Alaves. They lost both games. 8.5 against Levante, 7.9 against Dinamo Zagreb, and then 6.6 against Osasuna. So you expect a lot from him in this game. Etienne Coupe, he had 7.0 against Alaves. I think he had a very good game, however much they lost. 6.9 against Barcelona. I think it's another player to watch out for. Yeah, it's another player to watch out for. Because if you look at his ratings, against Barcelona, they lost. They had a 6.9. He had a 7 against Alaves. They lost as well. He had a 6.5 against Levante, and then a 7.3 against Dinamo Zagreb. So I expect more of trouble from him. But the real danger is this guy, Dani Parejo. The real danger is this guy, Dani Parejo. I don't know how old Parejo is. Who can tell people how old is Dani Parejo? I'm not really sure. How old Dani Parejo is, but someone should tell me. How old Dani Parejo is. How are you doing, bro?
What's up? How are you? Can you hear me well?
I'm fine as well. Match day vibe. Yeah, very, very well. Match day vibes. Starting lineup reaction. That's where I need you first and foremost. Nicolas Pepe is playing as false 9. Let us start from there.
Yeah, you gave me the tough one, huh? So I'll tell you something. You remember when we were linked with Pepe and we were watching all the YouTube videos, all the compilations, Pepe is joining Arsenal. Wow, he's scoring brilliant goals. Most of his goals for Lille, yes, he had like 20% that were penalties, and the other like 40% were like one-on-one chances. I'll tell you at Arsenal, Pepe, can you tell me how many one-on-one chances Pepe has had, like through with the goalkeeper, like the way we see Lacazette, like for example, against Liverpool, when he missed 2 chances against Liverpool. I've seen Pepe throw one-on-one with the goalkeeper once when he made the debut and dribbled past Van Dijk, and we heard about it a lot of times. I've never seen Pepe go through one-on-one with the goalkeeper, so maybe today could be the chance if he plays centrally, because usually he's on the wing. He's on the wing far trying to dribble. I always tell you, Pepe dribbles left, then he cuts back to his right. You even fall asleep, you wake up, he's still twisting and turning on the wing. So he'll never have a chance. He'll never have a chance one-on-one with the goalkeeper. So today is a chance to see him getting through. Let's see what he can do when he's through with the goalkeeper. Let's see how, that position is very important when you're playing up against 2 or 3 defenders. You have to be a threat in behind. You have to be a threat maybe aerially. It's going to be interesting to see whether we're going to be putting crosses in, because a day like today, we shouldn't be putting crosses in. It should be football, football.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be free-flowing football, and the truth is, I think I'm gonna say this. I think I think Pepe is not something to worry about, someone to worry about. He's a clinical player. I think behind Aubameyang and Lacazette, he might be Arsenal's top finisher. Outside Aubameyang and Lacazette, I think his finishing is okay. He's not as wasteful as Javino Yaokwasi.
Yeah, you're very right. I remember Southampton away, Pepe scored a good goal, one-on-one with the goalkeeper. I remember against Wolves away as well, he scored a good goal. I don't know, I would like to ask him how he prefers to play. Does he prefer cutting in from the right and shooting the ball, or does he prefer to be like centrally the goalkeeper? I'd like to ask Pepe that particular question. But to answer your question about the defender you had asked, I think he's 31 years of age. So that's his age. So I'm really excited to see Smith Rowe, Saka, and Odegaard. I always like seeing all 3 of them. I actually don't mind seeing Smith Rowe playing on the left side. I think against Benfica, when we played them in the first leg in Italy, he actually played very well on the left side because he has the pace, and he doesn't have the trouble like Pepe, because Pepe literally prefers to shoot across with his left foot. Smith Rowe can do both, left foot or right foot. It doesn't waste time. A couple of assists for Saka, I remember against Newcastle. He doesn't waste time. So I'm excited. I need to get 2 goals in this game. I seriously need to get 2 goals in this game.
Yeah, but first and foremost, he's gone with he might have gone with a 3-4-3, and I want it. By the way, I told you, we might play 3-4-3 in this game. I think that helps us. That helps us in one way, that Granit Xhaka doesn't get exposed a lot. He'll be trying to help back, but he doesn't get exposed. He's not going to be a target. That is so brilliant of Mikel. He has played Smith Rowe and Martin Odegaard and Saka. They are the attacking. They are the attacking face. Do you think that's enough? Do you think Martinelli would have played in this game? A little bit. He would have gotten a chance in this game probably.
I know. I've heard so many people saying Martinelli. I don't know, man. Martinelli is a very good player, but let me tell you the truth, because this is the biggest game of Arsenal's season. I'd have Aubameyang over Martinelli. I trust Aubameyang over all those players in a big game. He has shown us that he can deliver in a big game like this. I would have started Aubameyang. I know Martinelli can give us all he wants, the energy, he can head the ball in the box, but I don't know. I know what you guys mean, but I think it's a bit of an obsession talking about Martinelli in our biggest game of the season. What has made you think that Martinelli will win us this game? Because he's not played the whole season. So for me, I'd actually prefer someone who's won us these big games before. But yeah, the squad we have in the lineup we have today should do the job. Man City, Man City playing without a striker. They are very good.
Yeah, exactly. I think it should do the job. Actually, I was not saying that Martinelli should be starting as a game winner, but I thought because we might need to to apply that kind of aggression. I just thought maybe we could just add him in. But I think I'm okay with the lineup. By the way, I'm okay. I don't think I have any issues with it. Purpose, bro, how are you doing? Villarreal up against Arsenal. What are your thoughts, bro? Welcome to the show as well.
Oh yeah, I'm good. I'm excited because it's a new tie. I think this is the only hope for Arsenal, the Europa League. So these are the only type of games I get excited for. So yeah, I'm happy that we're playing the lineup we are. I think obviously with the striker, it's unfortunately personally for me, I think it's the right decision to not start Aubameyang because I don't think he's 100% yet. So I think maybe playing with Pepe up top might put Villarreal in a different mind. Emery probably wasn't expecting it, so I think it's a good lineup. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to the game.
Okay. So you think, the surprise element, I loved it, by the way. I really loved the surprise element. I think, in most cases, whenever we have gone with a surprise element, I still remember Arsenal against Chelsea in December. The surprise element has always worked for Mikel, but he literally works with it. Terry, how are you doing, bro? What do you expect in this one, bro?
I'm kind of excited for this game, bro. I'm good, Kosi. I think
Yeah.
that not having a focal point as a striker is not necessarily a good thing, but with this formation that he's hoping to play, you can expect a lot of runners into the box. So when we're crossing, you can expect a lot of people from the midfield and a lot of people from wide positions running into the box, which I think Arteta is trying to go for. More bodies into the box rather than having a focal point in terms of a striker.
Yeah, I mean, the truth is everybody's excited, and I mean, I don't know, it's match day, it's happy days. We are always excited about Arsenal playing, and because it's our team and we love it. We love it. However much it disappoints. But the first question I have for you guys is, do you see Arsenal win this game away from home and then lose it at home? Do you think Villarreal is gonna be more like, try to be conservative, don't concede, and then come at the Emirates Stadium and try to win it from there? Or you think they will want to finish the job at home? What do you think? What do you think, Glenn?
For Villarreal, they have to win. They have to try and win. With Arsenal, I cannot answer that question because we are very unpredictable. Like Benfica, we went away fast, we drew second leg. You never know what to expect. Olympiacos, the same thing. We went and scored 3 goals at our place. We expected another win. We lost. The last game, again, we expected a win at home with Slavia Prague. We drew. And then we went to Slavia, won the game within 20 minutes. So you can't really expect anything with Arsenal. For them, they have to try and win because it's their home game. For us, we just need to try and get at least a goal or 2. Remember, I told you, when you play away from home and you score a goal, like in the European competitions where the away goals matter, if you score a goal within the first 10, 15 minutes, they're in trouble because they start thinking about, should we try and equalize or should we defend so that you don't concede a second away goal? And then all that space, as Terry said, all that space into the box, Pepe, Smith, Odegaard. I'm hoping we're not putting in crosses, like heading crosses, because we're not going to win one head in that box today because the likes of Smith are not headers of the ball and the likes of Saka. So just try and play like City. Obviously, we don't have the quality of Man City, but the way they play their football when they have Foden, Mahrez, just balls like ground football, like technical football, no crosses. Now, like Liverpool put in a lot of crosses, for example. But yeah, and Villarreal have to try and win. We have to try and get a couple of goals, so they'll be going all out for them. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I expect it from Emery. In just the point of view of Unai Emery, he never defends football. He never defends football. That is not in his nature. Emery trying to defend football, that is not him as a manager. Terry, do you think Unai Emery could of course he knows much about us. What do you think would be one of his probably, should I say, what do you think are the strongest points he knows from us that he could use? Probably, if Hector Bellerin was starting, he'd have capitalized on that. But Bellerin is not there. I mean, what mistakes, what lessons do you think is gonna try to pick from the old Arsenal and then apply it in this game?
I mean, the only benefit he really has is that he knows the pros and cons of the players. So he knows where the players play well and where the players play bad. But I don't think anything is beneficial to him now due to the fact that Arteta's really changed the style of play and how we play. So yes, he knows how the players may perform, but he doesn't know how exactly we're going to set up. Because he might have been with the players before, but it's a completely different Arsenal now compared to how it was when he was there 18 months ago or 20 months, however long it is.
I might disagree with you. To some extent. I think the way he set up Arsenal and the way Mikel sets up Arsenal are totally different. I think we have progressed to some level of, some level, but I don't see so much of, difference. I see an Arsenal that is trying to create its own blueprint that is not working, blah blah blah, things like that. But Purpose, what do you think? Do you think there are notes that Emery could just pull out and beat Arsenal? Regarding that he was our last manager before Mikel.
Well, yeah, he can definitely beat us. I think this is definitely the best team we've played in this competition, so we have to watch out. I think this is, over the 2 legs, we have to be the best team. We can't be the best team on 1 leg, in my opinion, because unless we win this game convincingly, we can get away with the 2nd leg. But like Olympiacos, we won the game convincingly, but then the 2nd leg, we struggled. And if that's a better team, we probably wouldn't be in this competition anymore. So for me, personally, I think over the 2 legs, we have to watch out for Villarreal. They've got very good players. If there's anyone that can, beat us, it's probably Unai Emery. He knows the squad the most. He knows most of these players. He even said half of these players not good enough. So let's see whether these players can actually prove him wrong. Well, most of them are not good enough, let's be honest. But I'm just saying today, they have to show that, So that's just my opinion.
You've said you think Villarreal is the best team we faced this season?
No, in the Europa League.
Wow. Because I actually think, looking at their players, as I told you, Capu.
Yeah.
English football was tough for him in the last few years at Watford and Tottenham. Coquelin, we all know about him. 1/4, the right back, he's been chased away from Tottenham because he's not been good enough. He's on loan. Raul Albiol, he was very good at.
No, but they're better than the teams we played, though. They're better than the teams we played.
I actually think Benfica was a better team.
I think maybe between them and Benfica, but Slavia, Prague, and Olympiacos, they've not been.
Yeah.
And if we made the game hard for ourselves, so probably today, I think, yes, the players they got, they're not good enough in the Premier League, but you never know. Maybe today they might. It's Arsenal. We have to expect, the unexpected. So that's just me, in my opinion.
Yeah. By the way, yeah. Yes, Glenn.
I've been looking at Emery's stats recently, and they're still the same as what was happening when he was at Arsenal. Remember, at Arsenal, we were conceding over 30 shots a game sometimes against Burnley, Watford, and all these other teams.
Yeah.
So now I've been looking at his Villarreal stats recently, and they're exactly the same. He's still conceding such high number of shots per game. So if we take our chances, we have more than enough chances to actually bury the game. But as you know, Arsenal, we only.
I hope we do try and attack. I hope we try and attack, because Arsenal has never been that kind of team. I was watching, thank goodness City beat Tottenham in that final. No one wants to see Tottenham winning a trophy. You saw how relentless Man City are. Shot after shot after shot after shot. I never see that with Arsenal the last 6-7 years. We take one shot and then we relax for another 15 minutes.
No, against Man United. Remember, against Man United, we had about 30 shots.
Yeah, but once in a while. Yeah.
It's always once in a while. And that pulls a question in my mind. Would you prefer we score fast, or would you prefer we concede fast? Because at times when we score fast, we don't know how to react. It's like a party. It's like over. Then at times when we concede, we don't actually react. In a way that we want to win the game. So would you prefer us not concede fast, or would you prefer we score fast, guys?
Score fast.
I'd say at the Emirates. I mean, away we want us to score first, but at Emirates, sometimes conceding first is not always the worst idea, because it kind of motivates us to play better. But away from home, we definitely want to score first.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I think we have to score first. I think
we should score fast.
Villarreal have to attack. They're going to be like, oh, we need to score a goal. We need to score a goal. And then maybe it might open up more for us. So maybe in these type of games where we know what we need to do, I think it will help us to score first instead of conceding. Because I hear what you're saying, though, because with Slavia, we scored first, and then look what happened. So it's Arsenal. Like I say, every answer, it's Arsenal. Expect the unexpected.
So we should score fast. That is according to your opinion. Glenn is also team score fast as well. Glenn, Then the problem with Arsenal scoring fast for me is at times we don't react well after getting a goal. At times we become so relaxed. At times we become very okay with that with that 1-0 with that 1-0 lead, and until when we lose it in the 90th minute. Slavia Prague was a very good example. But if we concede fast, maybe we could have that pressure to get the equalizer. What do you think, Glenn?
I mean, you can also say, as you said, it's Arsenal. You know, if sometimes you concede fast and then we lose 8-2, don't forget that it's Arsenal. Sometimes you concede fast and you're like, oh, now what do we do? The second one has gone in. I don't want that. I remember, I think when we played Valencia before the Chelsea final, I think we actually conceded fast then as well. But Aubameyang ended up scoring a hat-trick. So I want us to score fast because of the reasons he said. Villarreal have to attack. We'll get more chances in behind, so we have to score fast. You don't know how big this game is for people like us who've been supporting ARTETA Cozy. What do I say if we lose to Emery? What will I say? Like losing to Emery, what will I say? Like I want to see us playing different today. This is the biggest game. No one cares about Newcastle on Sunday. This is the game we have to try and get something from.
Yeah, and actually, Glenn, you make a very interesting point. People in the chat, smash the like button. Thank you so much, people. Get your predictions in. And there's a big question here. There's something to debate about. Should this be the end of Mikel Arteta if he doesn't take us to the final? In my opinion, I say, of course, I'm already Arteta out, but I said if he doesn't win the semi-finals, there is nothing for him this season. I would just kick him out before he knows it. But of course, Fabrizio said, it looks like the board want to back him. They want to support him in the summer. Purpose, what do you think? Should this be the end of Mikel as soon as Villarreal kick him out of the Europa League?
Well, it has to be, isn't it? Because in the league, we've seen what we can do there. He's taken us backwards. So for me, this is his last hope. He's literally on that last piece of string, and if that breaks, then he's finished. Yeah. So for me, this is do or die for him. So we'll see what happens.
It's a do or die. You sack him even if Kroenke says he's gonna back him.
He's never gonna back him. Let's be honest. Whatever that idiot says, he won't do anything.
Haven't you read the statement?
Huh?
Haven't you read the
statement? You don't believe anything these guys say, yeah? When they say they'll back him, it's rubbish. So for me, if he gets no European football, you have to sack him. You have to. But knowing Arsenal will probably get knocked out of this, and then he'll scrape 8th place for us. I don't know how, or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, Glenn is Arteta in, and this is a very important one for Glenn.
I'm scared.
Glenn, I'm going to put you on. I should put you on big camera so that you tell us clearly, so that we can keep this. We can keep this on record. Glenn, do you sack him if he doesn't go through the semi-finals?
Oh my goodness! Can you hear me? I think I'm having trouble with the network. Can you really hear me?
Okay, it's
loud and clear.
This is when you need the Wi-Fi. Yeah, this is when you need the Wi-Fi to disappear. So it depends on how we lose. If we go today and we lose 3-0, and then in the second leg we draw 2-2, we lose 2-1, and then 5-1 on aggregate, then maybe you can say because we have a very strong team. I think that team is very capable of scoring goals. That team should be scoring goals for us today. So, man. If we lose to Villarreal and we don't get to the final and we don't get top 8, as you said, in the Premier League, then I think, we have to get someone else.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for me, I'm already Mikel Arteta out.
But we won't lose, though. We won't lose, though.
Terry, what do you think? Do you think he's out as soon as he loses the semi-finals?
I mean, he has to be, because this guy's just breaking all the wrong records. All the records that you don't want to break, he's just breaking them, game after game. I mean, they're both going to back him anyway. And I don't mean back him financially. I mean back him as in he's still got a job. So I know his job's not on the line, whether he finishes 9th, 12th. So he still has a job at the end of the day. But I mean, I would get rid of him.
Yeah, I would. I mean, for me, I've already said it. Everybody on the show knows what Kosi thinks. I'll kick him out.
Who would you bring in?
I would kick him out. I would just kick him out. Papos has something to say.
Yeah, who would you bring in? So let's say Arteta gets sacked. What manager would you want to bring in?
Bielsa. No one else now. No one else.
Bielsa. You want to take Ten Hag?
No, not Ten Hag. Not Ten Hag. Bielsa.
Why not?
Bielsa, not Ten Hag. Not
Ten Hag could go to Tottenham, you know.
What is good about Ten? What is so good about Ten Hag?
Do you see what he did with Ajax? He got them to the Champions League final. Semi-final, sorry. When was the last time we got Champions League semi-final? We're in Europa League semi-final. So let's just realize that now, yeah? I think for Bielsa, he's with I think Bielsa is a good manager, but with these players that we have and with a big club, I don't think he has the capacity to manage a top club. I think I look at all the clubs he's managed before, they've been good, but it's not there for me. So I'll take Ten Hag for me.
And that's mine. You know what? That's why I want to see Bielsa have a quality, because he was at Roma. I don't think that was a very quality side. He's been at Marseille. I think he was at Marseille as well. He never had and now at Leeds. Look at the kind of football Leeds play. They have an identity. Leeds have an identity. You're looking at them and you're like, Leeds this is the kind of football Leeds play. Arsenal don't have a kind of football, we are playing. I'll take Bielsa all day long. I'll take Bielsa over Ten Hag.
They're both better than Arteta, let's be honest. So
yeah,
to be honest, we can't get much worse than what we have now. So to me, I think it's sad with Arteta. I would have loved for him to, done well, but like Terry said, he's breaking all the wrong records. Or just when you think it wasn't possible, he's doing it. I think for him, I think he took the job too early, too early. I think there was a talk that he was going to get the job before Emery. I'm glad he didn't get it then, because he would be in a lot worse position than he is now. So for me, we need to look for a next manager, personally, for me anyway. Even if we get Champions League, just say, thank you, Arteta, let's move on,
Yeah, that is why I've always been in, because who are they going to bring in? If we sack Arteta, they're going to bring in Saka, and then we're going to have to start again. I rather Arteta than Saka. So Steve Bold is doing very badly in the under-23s. Is he going to be our next manager? I don't want. If you ask me, Arteta or Saka, I rather stay with Arteta. So I've heard what he has said. Even if we get Champions League, we say goodbye. Now that is what I don't like, because I've had a lot of people saying even if we win every single competition, we still want Arteta to go. No, if he wins the competition, you let him have a chance, because I know I don't understand that. Yeah,
I would agree. Like, in terms of if he does get it, but I'm saying what we should do if we want to move to the next step. Let's be honest. Even if we don't get it, he's gonna get the job next season. I know it's sad, but it's just, for me, he's not learning. That's the problem I have with him. He's not learning. He's not progressing with the team. If I was to see him probably in and around the top 4 while we're having this run and having an identity on the pitch, I would be happy. But we're not doing that at all. It's like 1 week we're playing this 11, the next week is a completely different 11. Only up until now he's playing the same type of players, and that's just because of injury. So for me, that's the problem. He's not learning. Like I said, I just hope for his sake that he gets the Europa League for us. That's all.
Yeah.
And guys, there is this one. We need to talk about this. After winning the Europa League, we would go to the Champions League. We would go straight into the Champions League after winning the Europa League. The question is, are we ready? Are we ready for Champions League? I want personal opinions from each of you. I'll start with Terry. Terry, are we ready for Champions League? Yes, we are excited that when we win the Europa League, we are gonna go there, and we have hijacked our way to the European League, Champions League by winning the Europa League. Like, we had hijacked our way into the European Super League by having money. Do you think we are ready for the Champions League?
Currently, no, in terms of the squad though. But I mean, if we're back financially with the Champions League money and with the owners putting like 150 million to 200 million into the squad, I mean, then at least we we can have a chance of progressing to the knockout stages. But without that, I mean, we have no chance. It's just going to be another Bayern laughing stock to go back into the Champions League. So.
Did you say if our owners invest 500 million?
No, 300 million, and the money from winning from the Euro.
300 million.
Yeah, I think you said 300 million, and the money from winning the Europa League.
I don't see us. I think his camera is a little bit disturbing.
I'll tell you. We are definitely not ready for the Champions League.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, the one thing I always say with ARTETA this season and Arsenal, let's be honest, we've been very unlucky with the injuries. Whoever to blame, I don't know. Some people say it's because ARTETA keeps playing them. I still say it's also because of the medical team and everything. Because Partey, our biggest signing ever, has been injured for half of the season. Tierney has been injured recently. Aubameyang has been out. Lacazette has been out. Martinelli has been out for half of the season. Who else? So many people have been out for so long this season. I think we've only had all the full squad for like 2 games the entire season. The full squad. We've never really had the full squad. Luis has been out. Good to see him on the bench today, by the way. Good to have him back. So we're not ready. Like, I saw PSG playing against Man City yesterday, and in the first half, Man City couldn't get the ball. That is Man City. PSG ran them around that pitch in the first half, and then in the last like 30 minutes, PSG couldn't get the ball. City were running them like we have no chance. Man.
Exactly. And Glenn, you have to say that is PSG.
Yeah, we have no chance, man. We are very far. Like, you have to have a good captain first of all. You have to have a good defense, a good leader. If you concede 1 or 2 goals, someone to calm down everyone. You have to have a very good midfield. You have to be clinical up front. Look at Marquinhos' header yesterday. You have to know how to defend set pieces. You have to have so many things. And I don't think we have any of them. Yes, Tierney is good enough to play the Champions League. Saka is good enough, but he's young. He's never played in the Champions League. Smith Rowe has never played in the Champions League. So all these players, they're still very young. So we still have a long way to go. I just want us to qualify for the money and for the pride. As Terry said, for the money and the pride. That's what I want.
Okay. Purpose. Are we ready for the Champions League? Of course, it's the season saver. Everybody understands. We win it. It's a season saver. But are we ready to go all the way into Wednesday and Tuesday night football and battle the likes of Bayern, battle the likes of Shakhtar Donetsk?
I'm going to be honest. I think we'll go back in the Europa League because we'll finish 3rd in the group stage if we go in the Champions League. I cannot see us qualifying past the group stage if we get Champions League next season. For me, I'm being honest. If we get Champions League and we spend the money from Champions League, do not get fooled with these owners. These owners are going to use the Champions League money to say, look, we have been back in ARTETA, and everyone's going to forget about the owners. Number one job we need to do, get the owners out. That's the number one job. Do not let these guys get away with the Champions League money, yeah? Number 2, if we get Champions League today, I'm telling you, it's going to be worse than Bayern. It's going to be more of an embarrassment. You know, Man United were getting laughed at for finishing 3rd in their group. I'll be surprised if we get past that. We might finish 4th like Inter did. Inter, and people forgetting, these teams that we like Shakhtar's, you know, Salzburg's, they're better now, you know, so they're going to be harder to beat. They're not like these teams who are playing in Europa League like Slavia, Prague. They're just going to be, you know, easy. It's going to be difficult for us. So for me, we're not ready. We're nowhere near ready. We need a whole new squad, man. I'm telling you, that back line is not good enough. The keeper's not good. We're gonna get embarrassed. So I'm just, if there was a reward just for winning Europa League, no Champions League, you just get money for winning Europa League and move next season, I'll be happy. But we're gonna get embarrassed if we qualify with this team.
Even the bench, the bench power. We are so far away from having that bench power.
Yeah, we've got Eddie Nketiah coming off the bench.
Yeah, Nketiah, Nelson. You have Nketiah, Nelson. You have El Neni. Those players are not good enough. You see City's bench, man. Gabriel Jesus, Aguero. They could bring in so many players. PSG, Bayern. Yeah, we are so far away. And then I remember 2017.
We have another guest, one that of course needs no introduction, has always been there. Rokan, bro, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. How are you, Kosi?
I'm also doing. I'm a little bit nervous. We are 23 minutes away from our game, and of course that makes me a little bit nervous because we're not so sure of how we are going to handle this. But first and foremost, what do you want to say? I also want to ask you something about the United game.
The United game is really going down, and the lineups are out, and I think Ole is really doing his best to do that he saves himself from that curse or spell of him playing close to 4 semi-finals and failing really to peruse the route to a final. So that's really something bad to hear for a manager, especially when you've lost to teams like Leicester City this season, especially the FA Cup semi-final, losing to Sevilla, losing to Man City, losing to Chelsea. So this time around, he's having the best of it because he's having a two-legged tie against a team that comes in from Italy, and I think he has brought up a team, and I think is really, with Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes and Edson Cavani on the pitch plus Rashford, you expect United to smash up these teams. However much they have Mkhitaryan, Edin Hazard, Edin Dzeko and Chris Smalling, two of our hobbies at Manchester United, into AS Roma, but I expect the best to come out of Manchester United today.
Do you think okay, let me just ask, and I'll try to get the opinions of all of you people. What could be the surprise element in this one? What could be the surprise package? Because if Roma beats United, that's a big surprise. If Villarreal kicks out Arsenal, I don't know whether it will be a big surprise, but still for me it would be a surprise. So, Rokan, do you think maybe Roma could surprise you and kick you out of this competition? Probably.
Yeah, anything is possible. If at all you've watched football for a very long time, like a person like me, having watched football from like 1998 up to now, I've seen very many shocks in the game of football. Now, let me give you an example that small teams have really come out and knocked out big teams. You get? And when you look at the quality of Villarreal has players that can really hurt Arsenal. The same applies to AS Roma. They have players that can really hurt Manchester United because you never know how. Because the fact is, Arsenal is really going to have the huge share of the game, like possession, etc. But it's going to be on: is Arsenal going to convert the chances they are going to create? Because it's written all over. It's written all over the pitch that Arsenal is going to create chances, but are they going to convert them into goals? And you might find that Arsenal gets chances, does not convert them. Villarreal gets 2 chances, they net into the back of the net. So the same applies to Manchester United. A man who goes by the names of Emerick Mkhitaryan, he's one of the best talents that I've seen, though he faded out, but he's really great, and you never know, he might be having one of his best games today. Edin Dzeko is a proved striker, good on his head, and both of his feet are good. So anything can happen, and a show can happen, and we might be having a final that we expected to see both Premier League teams when one of the Premier League teams does not appear, and we're either playing with a team from Spain or a team from Italy.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, European football, that's the good thing about it, and that's what the Kroenkes and FSG had stolen from us. The surprise elements, the moments in football. Yesterday, I just saw Manchester City create that moment against PSG, and I was like, "What the hell is going on?" Going on here. But Glenn, do you think we could see any surprise element?
Maybe not at Old Trafford today. Maybe next week away from home, because they're pretty strong at home in Italy. So maybe not today, but I really hope. I'm really hoping as well. Like, I definitely rather lose to Roma in the final than United. If we lose to United, I might not be able to sleep through June, July, and August. If we lose to United in the final, we won't be able to sleep for 3 months. So I definitely prefer Roma to go in, but I do expect United to win today, maybe a 2-1, and then next week I can actually see extra time in their game. Maybe 2-1 today to United and 2-1 to Roma next week, and then we see extra time, and then anything can happen. But you'd probably guess. I have a bad feeling it's going to be Arsenal and United in the final. The thing we don't want to see, we probably might see it.
lastly, your prediction in
I
both
think there
games.
is no way
Your prediction.
you can.
Yes, Rokan. It's okay. Come on. You're loud and clear.
Be frozen.
Kosi.
He's
Okay.
frozen.
I'm hearing you. You're saying there is no way we are going to lose to United. Why are you saying there's no way you're going to lose to United?
That's your answer. That's your answer. That's what he meant. He meant yes, Arsenal will definitely win.
What are your predictions? Both games as we close down.
2-1 to United, 3-2 to Arsenal. I can see us scoring. I can see us scoring fast, then they equalize, and then they probably score again, and then we score, and then we score again. So I'm going to go for Pepe to score, Odegaard to score, and Saka to score. Those are the three players. I know yesterday I said holding from a corner, but I've changed my mind. I'm going to go realistic. Saka, Odegaard, and Pepe to score. 3-2 win for us.
3-2 win for Arsenal. 2-1 for Manchester United. Thanks everybody who has been locked in. Rokan, are you there? I think his internet is
the way it's disappeared. I hope I don't see any Arsenal players disappearing like that today.
Obviously. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We shall be back for the match reaction after the game. Glenn, you've said we shall win. If we don't win, I'm going to call you and I'll be bitter.
Awesome, man. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming on as well. Of course, I'm always on Glenn's channel on every Wednesday, and he's always here every Monday. So make sure you tune in. Those shows should be between 7 and 9. We should be actually getting the right time, Glenn, by the way.
Yeah, no problem, man. Let's win the game for today first.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Big up, bro. Thank you so much.
Awesome, man.